sort of some of the work that we've done with our earlier projects, like the Chesky House, and then some of the things that we're working on right now is really about that kind of living between those two worlds, that it's not, you know, the interior sort of comes to an end and the exterior starts, but it's how that sort of exterior is allowed to creep way in there so that you get sort of more sort of linked into the landscape that's around you. And that seems to be sort of where a lot of it sort of, that's a lot of the discussions that are happening right now. When it started out, this was the old back of the house right here. And there was only this one little window in the kitchen that sort of that you could look out in this backyard. And there's a 100-year-old Japanese maple here with what must be a 60-foot canopy, 60 feet wide. So you can literally sort of house an entire neighborhood under the canopy of this tree, but they didn't use it at all. And then the second floor had just these two really bad windows that sort of looked out into this thing. So the tree sort of defined the sight line. That was as far out as we were willing to go. And it was only like 12 feet. So then you can see there what we did was we sort of backed this building up against the existing one, taking the line of the dormer. We tore that dormer off and just slid this thing right in against it. You can see on this site plan that the tree sort of comes right to the perimeter of the building where really when they're up in their second floor bedroom, it's sort of like they're living in a tree house. They kind of like exist among the boughs of the trees. What's been so great about this is that this space right here, which is kind of the big gesture on the building, this is a 25-foot high sort of covered porch with a deck that spills out. We made these big oversized stairs. But now this thing is used as a theater by their three little girls, which is, you know, that's like the greatest thing in the world to see, because they use the Japanese maple as a canopy. They set up chairs, and then there was a talent show out here last year. You know, they had curtains drawn, and kitchen was a green room, and it was pretty nice.